Welcome back to the... Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show Live. My name is Nikki Clarke, and I'm so happy to be back, and we're here in front of a live audience. Audience, how you doing tonight? Awesome. So happy to see everybody, and it's going to be an amazing show. We've got some stellar guests here to talk about their heart stories, some of the incredible things they've overcome, and how they've got to their place in the sun. So I'm happy to get to that. But before I do that, I would just like to have this opportunity to thank everyone who's been so supportive of the show. Thanks for all the love. Thank you so much for helping me. And I don't do this very often, but I just wanted to serenade you a little thank you. Is that okay? And I just want everyone to know that they're very beautiful to me, so thank you. It's a little acoustic rendition of the Joe Cocker song, You Are So Beautiful, whenever you're ready. To me, you are so beautiful. Yes, you are. To me, can't you see? You're everything I hope for. And you're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything I hope for, and you're everything, everything I need. You are so beautiful, yes you are, to me. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with our first guest, Habib Ali. Don't go anywhere. GOlive TV.
On my knees again, I'm praying. Gotta give me strength for one more day. Lay my burdens at your feet. No problem, no battle you can't defeat. My heart belongs to you, 'cause only your love can see me through. For your love I remember for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, no longer living that flat line. Saving me was part of your design. I put my life in your hand. You're always forgiving, you understand. Thank you, Lord, for what you do. 'Cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, ooh, for your love, ooh. Always forever, always forever. Always forever, always forever.
Right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show, live on GOliveTV.ca. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time. We invite people from all walks of life to share their heart stories, stories of transformation and upliftment. And I am so thrilled to be here with just an incredible gentleman. He is the founder of One Love Family Services, and he also has a podcast, the same name, One Love. He's also a chaplain. Please welcome Habib Ali to the show. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor, and especially being the first show since the pandemic for us to be here live. So I'm feeling a bit weird.
But in a good way, right?
In a good way.
Good
Thank
weird.
you.
Good weird.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for your time. I know you're very busy, and I'm just very excited to hear about all the wonderful things you're doing in the community. It's so many. So let's talk a little bit about your background. I know you are originally from Guyana, and we shared our love for Bob Marley and reggae
Yes.
music. But tell us, how did it get from there to coming to Canada as the founder of One Love?
Well, that's quite a story. I was born in Guyana, and to be brief, my education was at Queen's College in Guyana. My mom was Hindu, my father was Muslim, and I was Rasta for about 2 years whilst I was in Queen's College.
That's a mix.
That's a mix. So right away you could see I was drawn to multi-faithness, and that's what I continue to do, interfaith dialogue and interfaith work. So I got an opportunity after graduating from school to go and study in India, Islamic theology, which I pursued in India. I have a master's in Islamic theology, and since about 17 years now, I've migrated to Canada, and I've studied world religions here, and I've been an interfaith chaplain for the long-term care home. I have been a Muslim chaplain for the federal institutions, and myself and Chaplain Julian started a One Love Family Services recently during the pandemic, where we serve clients across the GTA from all backgrounds, inspired by Bob Marley's song, One Love.
I love that. I love that. So the family services, what does that encompass?
The family services, we started off during the pandemic to serve, pick up and drop off of food hampers to families across the GTA, about 500 families. And we have grown to a podcast where we interview ex-inmates and other persons, the unsung heroes. Of course, Nikki is not unsung hero, but we did interview her. And
Thank you for doing that.
many other people around the world. And we also do a wellness check-in on the seniors and elders in the community.
Okay, fantastic. So the family services has been going on for about 2 years now?
About 2 years. Yeah.
About 2 years. And then as an offspring of that is the One Love podcast.
One Love podcast.
And thank you again for inviting me. And that's available on Spotify?
On Spotify. Now, the reason why we started One Love is a little story that during the tenure as a minority chaplain in the federal institutions a few years ago, Stephen Harper announced he will cut out all non-Christian chaplains. And we did a public event to call attention to this problem, and we named it the One Love Gala. So since then, for almost 10 years, we've been doing the One Love Gala, where we congratulate and acknowledge successful integration into society by ex-inmates and those who have been incarcerated, including the minority chaplains. So, you know, Jewish and Muslim and Sikh and Hindu and Rastafarian. We've had a Rastafarian chaplain receive the One Love Gala award, and because being a Rasta, he's humble. He say, you know, I man, wound up on them big show thing there, you know, so he just took it quietly. And he's Trini, so I should say, you know, he wound up on them thing though. But he was, 20 years he has been a chaplain, so this is the kind of stuff that we've tried to highlight through our work in the One Love.
Excellent. And I have to say that our connection was through one of the federal institutions, right? One of the.
So Nikki Clarke was invited to speak at one institution that I serve out in Gravenhurst, and that's where I first met her. I've taken a sister who I work with closely in Jane and Finch, Andrea Tabner, you may know the name. She was a G before, back in the days, and she.
What's a G?
She was a gangster.
Okay.
And I took her into the prison to speak to the men, and I'm sharing this with you. She is a awardee of the One Love Gala, and she has partnered with us with the food hampers and Jane and Finch. But she made grown men cry in the prison because she shared her story of burying 50 members of her gang before she decided to turn her life around. And white and black men, grown men in the prison cried that day, and Andrea cried. So that's a life-changing power of chaplaincy and of just being good and repentant of what you have done and wishing to make a better life for yourself and those around you. And now she does a unity barbecue every year in Jane and Finch, bringing the North and South, the Crips and the Bloods and the Crips and the police and the community at large, the church, the mosque, just to celebrate life, because almost every week she is going to the hospital or the prison or the court to see someone who has been shot. So that's the kind of persons that we have awarded the One Love Gala.
Oh my gosh, that is so inspiring. I think we need to give a round of applause for that. And you know, I tip my hat to you for the work that you do. I know it may have its challenges some days, but I know that moreover than not, it's very rewarding, right?
Yeah, so thank you, Nikki. People like yourself and others in the media world that chose to acknowledge the unsung heroes or the people who are less known. They can't make it to the Oscars, you know, and get into trouble with Will Smith. So they definitely are the people who we, myself, and like yourself, we try to appreciate and acknowledge and to give them a platform, because the unheard voices in our community are being drowned out terribly by those who have a bit of power and resources and money, and that shouldn't be. They are doing extraordinary work every day in their lives, and sometimes at their own danger, and we have to acknowledge them and give them that platform. So thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, and thank you for what you do. So let's talk about your food drive. That's something that has been going on now for, okay.
So the food drive, we every month once a month we do the food drive. We're doing it out of a space that we've been blessed to have by a gentleman from Egypt at Arrow Road, Western and Finch. Prior to that, the mosque, one mosque, IMO, and then another mosque, the Milvan had afforded us the space. Our partners are from the Lions Club, from the churches, from the mosque, incarcerated, the halfway house, seniors, the homeless, the Afghani refugees, the Ukrainian refugees, single moms, international students, new immigrants, people have lost their job during COVID. People from all backgrounds, they have partnered either by picking up the food and distributing it or picking up from themselves and for their families.
Right.
And we have had people, folks from Vaughan to Oakville to Markham to Whitby, downtown, all over the city have come since COVID has started, masked up. You can see some of the pictures there. So Christian, Jew, atheist, Hindu, Muslim, black and white and Indian, people from all backgrounds have participated. So we are grateful that we've called it One Love because it's significant that as Canadians and as human beings and as people of faith as well, which is hardly noticeable because of the diverse backgrounds, that we come together as one human race and we do things for each other rather than fighting and rather than hating. Like Nikki, you know, she has opened her heart and her arms to people of all backgrounds. So when I interviewed her, she just shared a story of the weekend making it here on the stage to make him where he is today. So if she can open up her heart to someone that she doesn't know and for them to become such an icon, what about others who every day are making a difference, but we do not know what their future will be, but we know that they're already currently making a difference. And if we give them that voice and that platform, I'm sure that they will do good. So we have a few stories of success, and one of it I would like to share is that recently a family said to me, I have gotten a job, I don't need a hamper, I want to come and volunteer and donate to the food bank. So we recently welcomed her, and she came to the food bank, yes.
Excellent. All right. That's fantastic. You know, and thank you so much for sharing, you know, one of my first interviews with Abel, now known internationally as The Weeknd. To me, everyone's a star, and everyone deserves that time and that recognition and that respect. So that's just how I flow, right? I think
that makes you a star, Nikki.
Thank you. I received that. All right. So where can people find you on social media?
So on social media, on Facebook, One Love Family Services, we are there. My name is Habib Ali. You could find me there. Our website is onelovetable.org. On Instagram as well, One Love Media, and on Twitter, or just Google One Love Family Services or One Love Table, and you'll find us. We wish to anyone who's listening to this program and you think you need a hamper, you need some form of help from our community, please reach out if you're someone who would like to volunteer or like to donate. This weekend is our our drive-through dinner. We're still doing drive-throughs, by the way, because a lot of the mosques and churches are open up to in-house, like we are here today. But this weekend we are doing a drive-through dinner. So throughout the COVID, every few months we would do a drive-through dinner. So we're doing that this Saturday. Some of the funds that are raised goes towards either giving some of the families food or towards buying the hampers or the administrative costs of the hampers. So that's what we're doing this weekend. And we are located at 800 Arrow Road, North York. Again, 800 Arrow Road, York, North York, Suite 11A.
Okay, excellent. Habib, thank you again. You're really a treasure, and I hope everyone can, you know, with whatever they are able to do to help out.
I really appreciate that. Whatever you can do. It does sometimes, if you cannot do financially, you can come and volunteer, or you can. A lot of people pick up the hampers from the grocery stores or from wherever, from the church, from the fire station, and drop it off, and prayers. Yeah. And sharing this show tonight on social media. Again, big up to Nikki Clarke for having us and for having the show back live here. And for all our beautiful guests that are joining us here tonight. Absolutely. Thank you, and good evening.
Thank you. Habib Ali, check him out, please, on social media, One Love Family Services. We'll be right back.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station that broadcasts over 50 shows in 22 different languages. Here at GOlive TV, you can now book your event at our venue. We have green screens, multiple sets and backdrops, including a fully equipped kitchen and a news studio, a photography booth, podcast and radio station, a stage with a 9x14-foot video wall, and much more. Book our studio now. GOlive TV, the only multimedia one-stop shop, offering everything you need to take your event to the next level.
Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of Liuna, and I'm on GOlive TV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOlive TV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOlive TV.
Thank you for watching GOlive
Eu
TV.
sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOlive TV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOlive TV.
Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOlive TV.
GOlive TV, il primo canale IP interculturale in Canada.
Je regarde GOlive.
I watch. Oglądam.
GOlive TV, the first intercultural IP channel in Canada.
What a pleasure to be here at Liuna TV and
GOlive TV
GOlive.
is intercultural.
שלום לכולם, אני מזמין אתכם להצטרף GOlive TV.
es intercultural.
Fala a minha língua.
Yo veo GOlive TV.
Welcome to GOlive TV, the future in your hands. The only multicultural IPTV station that brings communities together. Over 2.7 million people have already watched. GOlive TV, anytime, anywhere. Welcome to GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station that broadcasts over 50 shows in 22 different languages. Here at GOlive TV, you can now book your event at our venue. We have green screens, multiple sets and backdrops, including a fully equipped kitchen and a news studio, a photography booth, podcast and radio station, a stage with a 9x14-foot video wall, and much more. Book our studio now. GOlive TV, the only multimedia one-stop shop, offering everything you need to take your event to the next level.
Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of Liuna, and I'm on GOlive TV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOlive TV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOlive TV.
Thank you for watching GOlive
Eu
TV.
sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOlive TV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOlive TV.
Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOlive TV.
GOlive TV, il primo canale IP interculturale in Canada.
Je regarde GOlive.
I watch. Oglądam.
GOlive TV, the first intercultural IP channel in Canada.
What a pleasure to be here at Liuna TV and
GOlive TV
GOlive.
is intercultural.
שלום לכולם, אני מזמין אתכם להצטרף GOlive TV.
es intercultural.
Fala a minha língua.
Yo veo GOlive TV.
On my knees again, I'm praying. Gotta give me strength for one more day. Lay my burdens at your feet. No problem, no battle you can't defeat. My heart belongs to you, 'cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, no longer living a flat line. Saving me was part of your design. I put my life in your hand. You're always forgiving, you understand. Thank you, Lord, for what you do, 'cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, ooh, for your love, ooh. Always forever, always forever. Always forever, always forever.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon Osborne, and you can find me here on GOlive TV. My show is called The Ripple Effect. And can I tell you, GOlive TV is the destination for you to get amazing content. Whether you're looking for a cooking show, or you're looking for a gospel, or just some type of encouragement, GOlive TV is the place to be. So I invite you, after this commercial is over, go to the App Store, download the app. It is totally free. And the best part, you can get all this amazing content right on your phone anytime. Again, I invite you. My name is Sharon Osborne. You can meet me on GOlive TV every Friday, about 5:45 p.m. And I look forward to connecting with you. Until then, make sure you receive God's blessing that He brings through GOlive TV. Ciao for now.
I'm Giovanna De Luca, and I'm here at GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station in Canada. Follow us on all of our social medias, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and download our app to get access to the latest news, quality entertainment, and hundreds of programs from all around the world. Did I also mention that it's 100% free? You can watch us at any time, anywhere. So what are you waiting for? The future is in your hands. Welcome to GOlive TV, the future in your hands. The only multicultural IPTV station that brings communities together. Over 2.7 million people have already watched. GOlive TV, anytime, anywhere.
3, 2,
Welcome to GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station that broadcasts over 50 shows in 22 different languages. Here at GOlive TV, you can now book your event at our venue. We have green screens, multiple sets and backdrops, including a fully equipped kitchen and a news studio, a photography booth, podcast and radio station, a stage with a 9x14-foot video wall, and much more. Book our studio now. GOlive TV, the only multimedia one-stop shop, offering everything you need to take your event to the next level.
Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of LiUNA, and I'm on GOlive TV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOlive TV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOlive TV.
Thank you for watching GOlive TV.
Eu sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOlive TV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOlive TV.
Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOlive TV.
GOlive TV.
Right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show live on GoLiveTV.ca. How's everyone doing? Doing a little wellness check? Everybody's well? Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us again. And the show is available on GoLive on YouTube. It's also available on NikkiClarkeNetwork.com and also on Afro Global TV Network on several cable channels, so you can get more information on the website. And I am so ecstatic to introduce a very amazing friend. She's returning for the second time, and I'm just so delighted to have her back. She's the author of Empowering Women to Succeed, the Legacy series. She's also known as the Financial Doctor, and she has a podcast so named The Financial Doctor. So please welcome Annie Osley to the show. And as we say, anything is possible. Welcome.
True, very true, and thank you so much for inviting me back. It's a pleasure and it's an honor.
Thank you so much, and you look just beautiful. I love that color blue. Very, very stunning. So what have you been up to since the last time we were here on the stage together?
So we saw each other actually on a very, very special day. It was February 22nd, 2022.
Yes.
That number alone was just unreal, very magical, very powerful. A lot of twos, a lot of possibilities, a lot of ease.
Yes.
And a lot of divine. And we actually talked about love, you might remember, right? So I have been actually doing a lot of growing since. And there's a lot of learning involved in everything that we do and everything that we experience. And yes, I'm known as the financial doctor, but those of my clients and my friends who are actually working with me, they also know that I'm in the business of empowering and inspiring people. That's my main goal. My main goal is really to spread love and to make sure that the spark is coming out from everyone, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm a music lover. Music is my love language. So, we are friends on Facebook as well, and you guys have seen that I have been on many live concerts. And what is very interesting that I enjoy being there, but just by the posts that I'm sharing, those musicians are getting additional gigs and additional opportunities to perform and, earn a living and everything else. So we are really multiplying, the joy that we are all experiencing. So that's one thing. And of course, I have been traveling. My parents are going through a very rough time, health-wise. And just recently, my dad actually experienced his second stroke on the top of the Alzheimer's. And my stepmom has pancreatic cancer. And what I found very interesting, that a few additional people entered my life who are really enriching me. They're providing so much support and joy, and really just to understand that we all attract these people in our lives, right? So by what you give out, you usually receive back. And sometimes you don't receive it back from the same source, but these people are in your life for a reason. And sometimes just for a season, but sometimes forever. And I'm just grateful for all of that.
Absolutely. I like how you said that, some people are are seasons and reasons. And you just have to be grateful for the lesson that was imparted through that interaction for however long it lasts, right? And I have to say, you know, my heart goes out to you in prayers for your parents who are going through some health challenges right now, but we'll just keep praying and, you know.
That's extremely sweet of you. And what I found interesting, that I actually received compassion and love even from people that I didn't expect it to. And that to me means a world, because that shows the true color of someone, the true color of what's inside them. And you know, I think I'm blessed. I really am blessed with the people that are surrounding me at the moment. And it also involved letting go.
Yes.
You remember we talked about of the letting go. And many times when we are thinking about something and we really, really, really want something, but it's not serving us, we are getting all kinds of roadblocks, right? But we are defying it. No, let's get to it. Let's just do it. And then we are getting more and more roadblocks until at one point we just have to trust the divine. And we talked about the divine as well. Divine is actually surrounding us, and it's all from within as well. And then so when we start trusting the divine, and you know that I'm a believer just like you, and so if we accept that the Lord is our creator and is basically our parent, you're a parent, I'm a parent. So that child that is born to us has this trust, this unconditional trust in us that we take care of them. And most of us were actually created in love, right? So if we are created in love and that parent is taking care of us, how can we go wrong? So just translate all of this to the divine, to the Lord. Once you let go, you're taken care of. And I know this is kind of crazy, because aren't you a financial doctor? Aren't you about to plan and all of that? You can actually do it all. Like, you can actually trust. And you should be, because as long as you attach yourself to a certain belief system that might not serve you, you're limiting your abilities and your opportunities, what you can achieve. But once you make that jump, and once you realize that because you have been created in love, you are born into abundance. Because abundance is not just money, abundance is everything. Amen, right?
I agree, yeah.
Then you know that you deserve the best life. Hallelujah.
Yeah, absolutely. Round of applause to that. Amen. Definitely. Preaching to the choir. You know, you said something so poignant about releasing, right? When that relationship has expired, but you're tied to it because, you know, certain personalities like myself, I'll say, you know, just to give an example, like I'm a giver and I'm a fixer. So I think if I try harder and do better, that person will change. But it's actually holding me back from the flow, right? The ebb and flow of what I should be receiving, and it's causing like a block. So release is something that, painful as it is something that's necessary for growth.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, everything is energy. Everything is energy. And so we have free will to choose what is the energy that we surround ourselves with. And so that involves people, that involves things. And let's go back to the financial doctoring. That also involves the wealth that you're creating, which can be multi-generational wealth that you're creating, because money actually is energy. So if we agree that we attract what's inside us, that's where it can happen that some people live in abundance and some people live in lack. But that lack is translating into every area of their life, versus that abundance is also translating into every area of their life. So, you know, if you want to really, you know, examine where you are, not just look into the mirror and everything else, but really look deep inside you, right? Look deep inside you, what's really in there? And what is your purpose at the end of the day? Yeah. And if you're not living in your purpose, then you are not living in your truth. And it's funny because today my brother, you guys are awesome.
She's awesome.
Today, my brother actually sent me a video of a Zen master, and I was listening to him in the car as I was driving to the Inner Care Center. We had an exhibition there with my company. And he was really talking about how we should be letting go of the ego, because many times what we think of ourselves is not what we are, right? So we might not actually live our true design, our true purpose. But when we let go and let God, that's when the miracle can happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. It requires a lot of self-awareness, and for you to get to that place of just understanding where the pain is that's causing all the blockage. Then it's the process of healing, and sometimes it can take some time to get to that place. But I completely understand what you're saying. Like, money is a relationship with God, and I really do appreciate your candor and how you've been working through to everything that you have right now. I mean, you are such an accomplished woman. You have a podcast. You're one of the top financial experts in the country, and you're so humble and so approachable, and you have such a relatability, and I think that's the greatest attraction that you have to everything good that's in your life. So I thank you for just having us understand that anything is possible, right, if you put your mind to it. And I also wanted to congratulate you again on the book, Empowering Women to Succeed, Legacy, with our good friend Randy Goodman, who helped you publish this. And
we actually published it together. So this is the 6th book in the series, Empowering Women to Succeed. And Randy has been creating 200 #1 international bestsellers with her series. And then we partnered, and this is the number 6 in the series, Empowering Women to Succeed. And just like you, we wanted to give the opportunity for people to share their voice, to share their passion, and inspire others as well, hence the name Empowering. Mm-hmm. And it's not just women, it's also men that are writing in these books. But the bottom line is we really want to make sure that we are creating a tsunami of goodwill and a tsunami of positive energy and positive vibrations. So these stories are all individual stories and what the authors have learned and how they are making a difference in the world today. And Randy and I are so proud of this series and what it does, not just for the authors, but for everyone else as well. Yes. And that we obviously continue it as well. So we plan to release 2 more books this year. One is Leaders with Impact, and the other one is Wealth Creation. So we would like to invite other like-minded authors as well to be part of this legacy building, to be the change makers that they were all born to be.
Okay, so any co-authors there in the audience interested? Please connect with Annie Osley and Randy Goodman. I'm serious, anybody out there interested? Got really quiet. I guess they're thinking about it. I think, yes, there you go. A fellow author there, fantastic. Yes, so this is wonderful. So Annie, I do appreciate you being here. You have such a wonderful spirit, and I appreciate how you share yourself with others. This strength and vulnerability, that's what I always say. So how can people find you in social media?
The best way to find me, as you know, is actually Facebook. So it's my name, Annie Osley. And I'm also on LinkedIn, but please try to reach out to me on Facebook. And if it's okay to share my phone number as well, it's 416-543-6127. Again, it's 416-543-6127. Let's start a conversation. Let's make your someday a reality.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Annie Osley, everybody. We'll be right back.
Welcome to GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station that broadcasts over 50 shows in 22 different languages. Here at GOlive TV, you can now book your event at our venue. We have green screens, multiple sets and backdrops, including a fully equipped kitchen and a news studio, a photography booth, podcast and radio station, a stage with a 9x14-foot video wall, and much more. Book our studio now. GOlive TV, the only multimedia one-stop shop, offering everything you need to take your event to the next level.
Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of LiUNA, and I'm on GOlive TV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOlive TV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOlive TV.
Thank you for watching GOlive
Eu
TV.
sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOlive TV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOlive TV. Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOlive TV.
GOlive TV, il primo canale IP interculturale in Canada.
Je regarde GOlive.
I watch. Oglądam.
GOlive TV, the first intercultural IP channel in Canada.
What a pleasure to be here at LiUNA TV and
GOlive TV
GOlive.
is intercultural.
שלום לכולם, אני מזמין אתכם להצטרף GOlive TV.
es intercultural.
Fala a minha língua.
Yo veo GOlive TV.
Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show, audience. Oh, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here, and we have yet another amazing guest that I would love for you to know. She has a catering business. What else? She is an author. A book that's about to be released called "It Was God's Plan All Along," and she's. And she's also a registered practical nurse, and she's got a mobile diabetic foot care service. She does it all. Please welcome Margarita Phipps to the show.
Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. And you look lovely.
Thank you.
You're even prettier in life, in real person. So I wanted to just say that we have someone that we care about mutually, someone who came on the show a few years ago, and that was your daughter, Natalie Phipps. And how is she doing?
She's doing okay.
Yeah.
She did say Happy Easter to me.
And then you have your
She's
son
doing
here
okay,
as
and
well.
my son is here.
Fantastic. Yeah. So tell us about your journey to becoming so multifaceted.
Now that you point that out.
You can put the mic up a little.
Okay, so how I became a nurse first, is that what you
Sure,
asked?
yeah.
It was funny. My mom has 8 children. And she wanted to be a nurse herself, and I think she started it many, many years ago. And somehow she didn't finish, and she was now looking to her children.
To carry on the torch.
And I was the first one to say, don't look at me, forget it. And so I noticed none of my sisters were, bulging, so I said, let me give it a try. So I took the pre-health course at George Brown, and life happened, and I had to drop out and look after the children. No, they're now adults.
Mm-hmm.
And
how many children do you have?
4.
Just 4. Okay.
And so, grandchildren too. And so I just dropped out for a while and was home attending to my children. And I was going through some counseling with the late Pastor Mitchell. I think I could say his name. And he looked at me one day when he visited and he said, my wife and daughter was taking the course, and now they're a nurse. His wife was an RN, and his daughter was finishing up the RPN course. And he said, would you like to go and try it out? And I said, why not? So it was at Central Tech. So I happened to call. There's a little story. Do we have time?
Oh, we've got time.
I called right after he left my home. I called Central Tech and I said, I'm interested in the nursing program, the RPN program. So they said, well, what's your name? And I said, Margarita Phipps. And she said to me, I would have remembered that name if I've seen it in the application. But in any case, we're doing interviews next week. So it was the following week after I called and said, okay, come on in to do the interview. And I did the interview. But I happened to see a former teacher of mine who was doing the interview. And so I asked the person who was in front of me if I could go to that teacher. And she said yes, and I told her I was one of her students. Can I say this on public television?
You sure can.
She didn't remember me. But in any case, she said she had to look up into the yearbook, and she found me. And anyways, I got in. I did the interview, and I got in. And so that was it. And I did the nursing for over 20 years. And I needed a break. Thank you. And that's how I got into the nursing.
Okay. And then when did the mobile service for, now this is very, what's the word? It's very precise. It's for diabetic feet.
Foot care.
Okay.
Or
Foot care.
regular. You don't have to have diabetes for me to come into your home. So how that happened was I wanted to take a break, just to change, make some changes, simple changes. And I decided, I told a friend of mine that I think now that I resigned from work, from the typical hospital mental health care, I think I would do foot care, because I've always liked doing that for some reason. Mm-hmm. And so I told my friend, and thanks to my friend, Brenda, she gave me the money to pay for my foot care. You know, and I did the course, and I decided to register the business and go to people's home. And that's how I did, you know, the mobile foot care.
Okay. And that's been going on for how long now?
I think it was before COVID, so we all could remember that. About maybe 4 years, 4 years now, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So now, what inspired you to write this book?
Wow. Don't make me cry. I woke up one morning. It was a Monday morning, to be specific.
Can I hold the book?
It's actually not
Yep.
that one,
Okay.
but this was
Similar.
a gift with my, you know, the.
But this is what the cover looks like.
This is what the cover is going to look like, but this was like a gift for me too. But anyways, I woke up one morning about 2 a.m. in the morning, and I heard a whisper. I heard a whisper in my ear saying, write a poem to your dad. And because I have a relationship with God, I knew it was him. And I said, God, what do you mean write a poem to my dad? I can't write poem. I don't read poem. So I can't do that. So I turned to God and I said, you see these hands? You gave me a gift of cooking. So why don't you tell me a recipe that nobody has? This is exactly what I said to him.
That's very clever, yeah.
I said that to him, for true. And of course he's not responding to me, but I'm talking. And I said, just give me a recipe to cook, because I can't write a poem. And that was it. 8 days after my dad died. So I knew God was telling me something. So he died 8 days after. And I still didn't write the poem. So 13 days after, they were making arrangement for, you know, the ceremony. And I went back to God after I did a quick catering for someone, I just felt this urgency for him to just take his food and go. And I wanted to reach out to God this particular morning, which was June the 5th. And I said, God, I want to thank you for this day. And I want to ask for forgiveness for being disobedient. These are my words to God that morning. So you can, I didn't write the poem that you asked me to, but I said to him, it was your poem. And I said to him, you asked me to write a poem. So I need your help because I can't write a poem. I've never done it. And he said, I said, and I thank you in advance. And I started to cry, and I held my belly. It just felt so weird. And then I said, oh God, oh my God. Oh God, oh my God. And then what came out of my mouth was just beyond miracle. He says, oh Dad, oh my dad. That's what God said to me. And I said, oh God, you just gave me the topic of my dad's poem. And I ran upstairs like a child and started to write with my index finger with a pain in my wrist, carpal tunnel syndrome, I think it was, and my iPhone. And I began to write. And let me tell you something, people. God flooded. Remember, I asked him to help me. And he flooded my thoughts with my own childhood. And I wrote the poem to my dad. Oh, Dad, oh, my dad. And it's in the book, which is about to be published next month.
Amazing. Give God all the glory.
I did.
God is so good. Can you share something? Can you share something from the book? A poem,
Yeah.
please?
Oh, Dad. Oh, my dad. Why couldn't you stay just a bit longer? Oh, Dad. Oh, my dad. I don't want to be selfish, so I will start over and say, oh, Dad. Oh, my dad. Because after all, you will ask, what about the rest of your girls and your boys? Because selfless is who you are. Oh, Dad. Oh, my dad. Can we just sit down and talk? Because after all, that's the kind of listener you are. Oh, Dad. Oh, my dad. When I had a cold and you would come home, Mom would hand you the jar of Vicks VapoRub, and you would know just what to do. Open it, you would. Stick your fingers in and reach over to the top of the lamp that was lit and warm the concoction you did over the shade that says home sweet home. And that's what home really meant because of you, Mom and Dad. Dad, my dad, with your big hands you would rub until I was able to breathe again. You know how that is. What a gentle giant you are. As I grew a little older, I would hear whispers of my mom's sisters talking about how your older son, Clive, would scull school, hanging out at the corner with the older boys at the corner of the bed shop, the bed repair shop. at the corner of Jonestown. Mom waited till you get home just to keep you informed, as you were the sole breadwinner for us all. Mom started to tell how your son was caught sculling around school, hanging out at the bed shop in Trenchtown. What you gonna do about it? This is what you say. This is what you replied. May I watch him through one eye? Oh, Dad, my dad. Mom never forgot until this day. Oh, Dad, my dad. What a wise guy you are.
So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's just so beautiful. And I can't wait to get a signed copy of the book. And it's coming out in a few weeks.
Yes.
And where can we anticipate to purchase the book?
You can get the book.
We're going to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Amazon, Brian. My son is very good with helping me about the social media thing. Amazon and Indigo.
Yes, thumbs up. It's Indigo.
Yeah, okay. And call me up. I could tell you after.
Sure. What's your number? Are we?
647-234-4340. Okay. That's 647-234-4340.
All right. You're a very beautiful woman, so the show is not responsible for the flood of calls coming in from male suitors. We're not responsible.
Thank you.
But I just want to thank you so much just for being you. And I want to thank you. I know you've got a wonderful catering business, and you left us a cake. Thank you.
Yes.
And it was so weighty. So I know it's a good cake. It was heavy.
I bake it today, ladies, to get off some stress. Yeah,
Awesome.
it
Thank
has
you so
pineapple
much.
and stuff. That's why it's dense.
It's dense.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get into that. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you.
A pleasure. Come back
Thank you.
anytime.
I
Margarita
will.
Phipps, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Nikki Clarke Show Live.
Hi, I'm Giovanna DeLuca, and I'm here at GOlive TV, the first intercultural IPTV station in Canada. Follow us on all of our social medias, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and download our app to get access to the latest news, quality entertainment, and hundreds of programs from all around the world. Did I also mention that it's 100% free? You can watch us at any time, anywhere. So what are you waiting for? The future is in your hands.
Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of LIUNA, and I'm on GOlive TV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOlive TV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOlive TV.
Thank you for watching GOlive TV.
Eu sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOlive TV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOlive TV. Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOlive TV.
Well, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show live here on GOlive TV. And I just want to thank everyone for being just an amazing audience member, whether in internet land or here in the studio. I really do appreciate you. And we've got another amazing interview. But before we do that, I'd just like to give an acknowledgement to some very special people. If we can just put up the logo for Amani Hair Studios. Amani is responsible for the do. What do you think? Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much. I just want to give a very special shout out to Michelle of Amani Hair Studios for hooking a girl up and just giving me just a beautiful style every time. So thank you so much, Amani Studios. And they're located at Yonge and Eglinton, so you can please visit them for your styling needs for men and women. And I also want to give another very special community shout out, if you could put up the other logo for ECDI. We have our very special Executive Director of the Early Childhood Development Initiative, Patricia Falope here. Patricia, wave! And her husband is here to join us, as well as one of our wonderful team members, Susan. Thank you so much for being here in the show. I just wanted to, give a shout out to say the incredible work that is happening through the ECDI, which is something that has just, newly been formed over the last few years. And what it is to provide the educational services for families, African families in the GTA, play-based experiences and extensions of that, and culturally relevant experiences for the family. So for more information about what that is, please go to the ecdiinitiative.org website, and you'll be able to get more information there. So thank you again, Patricia, for what you've done for the community. All right, so last but not least, we have another incredible woman, and I was so fortunate to have a conversation with her just to learn more about her story behind the story, and I realized that we have a lot in common, and she is just such a powerful, humble spirit. She is the founder of Purpose and Finance, and she's a motivational speaker. Please welcome Tanisha Matthews to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Tanisha, and love that look. So lovely, so lovely.
Thank you.
Do you remember when that happened?
This was November of last year. It was shot by Haley Corbin, so shout out to Haley.
Okay. And I love the pink. That's
you.
one of my favorite colors. So
Thanks.
yes, just amazing. Some of the things that I learned about you, and I'd love for you to take us back there to share a little bit about your journey to, the process of going on to Purpose and Finance. How did you get there?
Well, it all started when I became a single mom at the young age of 21. My son Anthony's here with me. He's now 18.
Hi, Anthony. Anthony's filming. He's busy.
And, it's not easy being a single mom, but the good thing is God was always by my side. So sometimes, we may mope and say, oh, we're single and we're doing it alone. But to be honest, I did not do it alone. God was always there, by my side, walking me through. So I just have to, first just acknowledge God for just always being by my side and helping me. And also through that journey, my family was one of my biggest support system as well.
And they are still here.
Yes.
Mom is here.
Yes.
Sister Sharna.
Yes,
Fantastic.
absolutely. So, it takes, as the saying goes, it takes a village, and they're a part of my village. And so along the journey, not to say that there weren't difficult times, because there were difficulties. I remember the days when I had to push him in the stroller, run to get the bus. And, if I missed the bus and I'm late for work, and just, the struggles. And, I was able to purchase a car, and then, things got better. So, but just leading up to Purpose and Finance. So one of the number one challenge for single moms, it is financial stress. And I feel that it is there's a gap in the industry that speak to this pain point for single mothers. And as someone in the financial industry, I've been in the financial industry for going on 17 years. I just felt that there has not been any services that really cater to single moms. And withstanding that, that's their number one pain point, right? So I leveraged my personal story as a single mom and my personal struggles, and just also not just my banking experience, but also I just always had a thing for budgeting. And I have, in my book collection, I would say maybe 80% of my books are finance books. And I remember I started out with, what was it, that lady, I can't remember her name right now, Gail, Debt Free Forever, I believe the book is called.
The one which shouted everybody for making those blunders.
Yes, so that was my first personal finance book in my 20s, and then also David Bach, Smart Woman Finished Rich. So, once I picked up those books, I found an interest in personal finance. I always download budget sheets, and I find myself always budgeting and doing things like that. And it was just at the onset of the pandemic where I was just thinking like, okay, what can I do? Like how, just searching, praying to God to show me my purpose, lead me to something, just something purposeful, right? And he said, "What's in your hands?" And I was thinking, like, what's in my hands? Like, how he said that story with Moses, like, what's in your hands? And for me, it was my books, like my personal finance books, and all the knowledge that I've gained, and also my personal story. So I decided to leverage those two to create a platform called Purpose and Finance to provide empowerment and just inspiration for single moms. So that's how that came about.
Awesome. Well, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
Quite an accomplishment. Now, we had this conversation, and the thing that really drew me to your story was the commonality of the relationship with money.
Yes.
And moving from not the best relationship to a better relationship.
Absolutely.
And I really understood how retail therapy was really like therapy to kind of, overcome a lot of stuff that was happening in my environment. Do you want to talk about relationships with money?
Yes. So I didn't start out. So first, I come from an excellent family, great family. We're very close and all. But I don't remember having conversations really about finances. Yeah. I just know that we were taken care of, but the conversation did not come up. And it could just be, for whatever reason. So I, fell off for a little bit in terms of managing my finances, and especially being a single mom with one income, it tends to be a little bit difficult as well, because I've been gainfully employed for all of my son's life, right? So I've had a job, but it was still difficult because paying for childcare, paying for extracurricular activities, things like this. And I did not want my son to feel deprived in any way. So I would also, use like my credit card or, line of credits and things like this to, I would say, make up for that shortage in my income. And by doing so, that kind of, eventually caught up to me, and I end up having some debt, which was, I would say a little bit stressful to manage, plus my day-to-day finances. And that's why now I want to empower single moms to focus on financial wellness, because the opposite of financial wellness is financial stress. And that's what I was experiencing back then, right? I remember I was just sitting in my car, just overwhelmed with my, my day-to-day, or just the things that I had to do, right? And most of these things, you need money, right? So but then it started, taking a toll on me with just other things or other emotions that I was going through at the time. And when I decided to start therapy, I was explaining to my therapist that every time I pay down my credit card, I just tend to rack my credit card back up. Right. So let's say if I get extra money and I pay off my credit card, then in no time, and it was usually most cases it was to shop. Yeah. And when I started therapy and I explained this to her, and she was so nice. She said, Tanisha, no, she's like, you're spending to fill a void, right? Because I thought that I just had this spending problem, but it was more than that. So a lot of times when we're having issue with finances, we really need to get to the root cause of those issues, because it's not just about spending, but there could be something, that you need to deal with that's causing this issue. Sure. So what I did was I used to go to the mall whenever I feel stressed. And of course, I work here in Toronto, and as I exit off the highway to go to work, there's the big, Yorkdale sign saying, come and get me, So I would go sometimes if I worked later. Go this way. Yes, I would go before work, or sometimes after work, right? I would go for my retail therapy. But it was when I had this conversation with my therapist, and she told me that was when I got the revelation that it was something deeper. And once we worked through that, then I no longer had that urge to shop. And that's how I mend my my relationship with my finances. So it was by getting to the root cause of what was causing me to spend.
Right. So you kind of you took stock of the triggers, right?
That's it. Yes.
Before you acted on it.
Yes, that's right. So for example, now what I do is if I go into the store and I started picking up a bunch of stuff, then I would think like, do I really need this? Is it a need or is it a want? So now I shop with purpose.
I like
and
that.
That's the reason why purpose and finance, because you want to spend on purpose, right? Do you really need it, or are you just purchasing it because you see it? Or is it something that you really need? Is it a need or is it just a want, right? So that's kind of what that therapy session opened up to me. And then I no longer went for retail therapy. Right? Now I knew how to handle that issue.
You can handle that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do something similar when I go to Les Gagnants winners. I put in what I like, the eye candy, the eye machine, and then I take everything out by the time I go to the cash and just buy the one thing I need. Yes. So it's been a process.
Yes, and actually,
I'm getting there.
I started walking out of stores empty-handed after I came to that, because it's like, okay, no, I don't need it. I put it back and I just walk away.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'll get there. That's awesome, and you've really accomplished quite a bit, and like I said, I'm really proud of you, and your son is proud. He's like, yes, I am so proud of you. What's next for you? I know you have some speaking engagements.
Yes, and so my son, another thing I wanted to mention is, so my son got accepted to university, and so that's kind of where my focus is right now.
In what field? What?
Pardon me?
In what faculty?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yes. So excellent. I am focusing on just getting him prepared for the next stage of his life, and then once that's over, then I'm definitely looking forward to starting my podcast on the topic of personal finance, and just some other things that I'm working on right now. So stay tuned.
Excellent. I am so excited for you, and I just wanted to ask one thing before we close today. What advice would you give to a single parent right now who's just struggling with the balance of making ends meet and raising a child or children, and keeping the finances together? What's something that you've learned that you could share with them in a few words?
Yeah, absolutely. What I would say first is worry about the core things that you need. So your housing first, your food, your transportation, and if you have any, like, I would say medical prescriptions or anything like that you have to take, those are like the essentials. So I would say work on those, and also start going around your house. Sometimes we have a lot of things that we can actually sell. Now in the days of Facebook Marketplace,
Yes.
or you can sell things and just apply those towards debt if you're struggling with your debt. You can also seek to do consolidation maybe. So have a talk with your bank and see, is there any way you can work on something where you can get a lower interest rate. Let's say you have a high interest rate credit card, maybe switch to something with a lower rate. And also try to get maybe a side job. Do you bake? Like, do you have a talent? Do you have a hobby? Maybe you can turn that
Do you
into,
drive?
Yeah, Uber.
Right?
Maybe you can turn that into some sort of a side income. So those are a few of the ways that, and also I would say seek advice from a professional, like go into your bank and get advice and see how they can help you to resolve that issue.
All right. Well, thank you for your pearls of wisdom.
My
and where can
pleasure.
people find you, Tanisha, on social media?
So you can find me at Purpose and Finance on Instagram.
Excellent. Tanisha Matthews, everyone. Go check her out. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody here in the audience and audience world and on the internet. Thank you so much for joining the Nikki Clarke Show here on GoLiveTV.ca. You'll be able to see the interviews again on YouTube. And if you want to be a guest, reach out to us on the NikkiClarkeNetwork.com. God bless you and thank you.